everyone.
Wow!
Wow! Episode 7. Boop.
Good old 7.
Boop.
Good old 7.
Good old 7.
Good old number 7. That's a lucky number to some people. I
Hey,
don't know
that's
who.
my mom's favorite number.
Is it?
I don't know who, but
Well, number 7.
Yes.
Welcome back to the podcast, everyone watching. Ryan, Joseph, other Ryan. We got some fun topics to talk about. First off, we are filming this on December 8th, Wednesday, which is the release date of the Halo Infinite campaign. So, round of applause.
yes. Can't hear it.
Can't hear it. It's also the release of the new Warzone map for people that have bought Vanguard. So people like Joseph that buy every Call of Duty, even though they're the same game.
No, different guns.
Oh.
Different guns.
Same
Get it
game.
right.
Same game. Don't tell him.
That's right.
So we're going to talk about that.
I'll still play.
Also, Fortnite had their huge update. Played a bunch of that. So we'll talk about that tonight. Plus a couple other things. Thumbs up. First thing we're going to talk about, right out of the gate, Halo Infinite's campaign.
Yes.
I have not had a chance to play it yet, but as soon as we are done with this podcast, I am hopping
Diving
into
in.
it.
Really?
Yeah, I can't
Diving
wait.
in
I'm
deep.
super excited.
We're diving in deep, okay?
Getting
in there.
Diving in deep to this Halo Infinite campaign. I've heard that it is a good lengthy boy.
I'm hoping it is. I don't want no 20-minute game.
Right.
After waiting
6 years.
6 years
6 years.
Yeah.
for it to come out, and then they dropped the multiplayer on us, and I enjoyed the multiplayer. I do.
Well,
Did it kind of surprise you, though, too?
It did.
Like
it did.
The multiplayer dropping?
so,
Yeah, I mean, we're
shocked
thinking
everyone.
that it's still far out, and and then all of a sudden they're just like, we care about you. So
we
bam,
hear about
there you go. You can play it. You can play it for free.
I tell you, I was super excited because I was on the phone with Branston, one of the other hosts of the podcast. I was talking to him on the phone when Xbox was doing their presentation, and we were talking to each other, and we were watching it, and we're like, dude, they're gonna announce it. And then they're like, oh, just because it's Xbox Day, we have a surprise for you. And we're like, oh boy, what is it? And then they're like,
Oh, boy.
here's the multiplayer. And we're like, whoa! And then we hung up on each other. So,
that's good.
so yeah, the multiplayer really surprised me because it felt really good. I mean, Halo's always had a good multiplayer.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
They
Definitely.
always have, and it felt like Halo, and that's what I wanted it to feel like. I'm glad they didn't steer too far away from how, traditional Halo multiplayer felt.
Yeah.
It's not super fast paced. It's not anything else. It felt like Halo should, and that's what I'm really hoping this campaign feels like too. Just
I'm
because
hoping
it's
the
open
campaign.
world.
I'm hoping the campaign makes you feel like any other Halo used to feel, as you were just the most baddest son of a gun.
Oh yeah.
There, Master Chief. You're Master Chief. You're the chief of everything, right? And
You're the master.
you just walk in there and just pistol it only and just beat the crap out of anything you ever see.
Yeah.
That's what I'm hoping.
Well, so I have an article pulled up right now, which talks about, and this is from IGN, where they say Halo Infinite's open world was reportedly cut down in size because it used to be the same size as Breath of the Wild.
Oh wow.
And they cut it down from that. So it went from a huge game to a little bit smaller. I think it doesn't say how much they cut it down, but to me, I'm okay with that because if it was that big, it probably was gonna feel empty.
Yeah.
You know, because in open world games, that's one of the hardest things to do in an open world game is to make it feel lived in completely. You know what I mean?
And it's going to be a kind of a crazy twist to having Halo as an open world. You know, it's like, are you gonna have like side quests, like in your usual open world kind of deal?
Yep.
You know, are you gonna have your side quests? Are you gonna have like bounties? You know, the Covenant. You know, and you got a target that you got to take out, and you get loot from them. Like, do you get loot from them?
Well, so one of the things that people were saying was it's gonna feel a little like Far Cry-y, where there's gonna be like bases that you can take down and stuff like that. So it'll be exciting. And like I said, after this podcast, I'm gonna hop in there and play it a little bit and see how that goes. So
heck yeah,
really excited that came out today. And then the next thing was Warzone. Verdansk is gone.
Sadly.
Joseph, you thought you were going to be able to play it one last time before you got, after you got home from work, and then
yes,
it was gone.
Kind of depressed, but
we were talking, and he goes, "I'm gonna get home and I'm gonna play it one more time before it's gone." I was like, "It's gone, Joseph. It's gone."
It's gone. Back. Well, I've had a lot of good times on it, but
right?
It's time to start some new ones.
Yeah, and I'm actually really pumped. I know in the last podcast I said that I had not played in like 6, 7, 8 months. And right after that podcast, I actually had re-downloaded it, and we've played since, and had a lot of fun with it. So I'm really excited to see what this new map has to offer. It looks beautiful.
I will say the guns are hard to get used to.
Really?
Like
in that
because you've been playing Rebirth with the guns.
Yeah, I've been playing Rebirth, and the new guns have been popping up. You know, they loaded them in and everything, and you can pick it up off ground loot. And like some guns are good, but like others, it's like it's a whole new game.
Really,
like, with the ground loot, it's so hard.
That'll be interesting. That'll be interesting though, for sure.
Yeah. And I mean, I've been using them because since it's going to be integrated into the Warzone, you want to level up the guns as you can, because they're in the unlockable stages now. You can unlock the guns in your loadouts, so you can actually unlock the attachments and stuff for them now.
Well, that's exciting. I mean,
like with Vanguard and stuff with Vanguard and stuff like that, you get 15 attachment slots now.
Yes,
that's insane.
and
which is insane.
Can you imagine the videos that are gonna be popping out, and they'd be like, "Oh, I got the most baddest loadout video. Here you go!" And they pop up the gun, and then it's just like attachment.
All right, guys, here's the best loadout for the M1 Garand. Okay, guys, this is the OG one-shot killer, and it's just a list.
And you're just standing there like, "Oh, God,
like, this is
I didn't know I needed a PhD in attachments."
So that's crazy that they've added that many attachments. I mean, I'm okay with it, but like that's a lot of attachments.
It is.
It really
it's
is.
kind of crazy. And I mean, it makes you wonder. It's like, are people gonna like just switch to those guns, or are they gonna stick with the OG guns? And,
I don't know, dude. Because when I hopped back on there, that M4 was treating me so good.
The M4's always been the most balanced.
So I don't know if I'm going to switch from it. Like that's the thing.
That's true.
What is the incentive for me to switch from my M4 that I can get 6 to 10 kills with?
I mean, it would.
Is it just for the experience of trying the new weapons? Like
probably. Like some of the guns, they feel nice. Like it feels pretty cool when you use them. Yeah. Other ones, I picked up an LMG off the ground, looked like the sickest gun I've ever seen. I was like, oh man, I'm shred. And I seen one guy coming at me, and I went to shoot, and that recoil went. I was like, oh my God.
And he just stands there and he's like, did you just shoot at me?
Yeah, I didn't get. I did not win that kill at all. No, I didn't. Like he was literally like right there, and it's just like, welcome to the gulag, And it was some guns you just gotta, you have to like test them out when you pick them up, because you don't know how really, if you haven't played Vanguard or anything, you don't know how they shoot.
Yeah.
So you know you pick them up and you're like, oh man, this is an automatic, and you're like, no, dang it,
You're like, no.
and you gotta like keep shooting it because it's semi-automatic. And yeah,
man.
but I mean, I do like the change. I do like the change. It keeps it fresh.
Well, like
you
that,
know?
I think
Before you know it,
yeah.
Before you know it, there's gonna be a meta that's gonna be out there like the DMR was at one point.
Yeah.
Oh,
that was insane.
The shotguns are meta now.
Really?
Are they?
The Vanguard shotguns are like literally one shot.
Couple of them are
shotguns. Yep. Yes.
Really? Wow.
Yep.
Well, well, I mean, I know. Tomorrow we're all gonna be hopping in it, playing together, and having a good time.
I'll play it tonight.
Oh, you better believe it.
You're gonna be playing it tonight alone.
Yeah, because it's all quads right now, so it's like.
Is that all it is quads?
Yeah.
What time does it come out tomorrow for everybody? 9 o'clock in the morning.
Look.
Yeah, look that up really fast. I know.
I think it's 9 in the morning.
So like,
it might be.
To me, like, I think the best thing ever is gonna be the map. Like, that's what everyone is excited about. Is the change up in the map, because yes, they did small little bitty tweaks to Verdansk. It always just it felt the same. You wanted something different, you know.
Yeah, I mean, we had that map for like 2 years, you know, and it's just like they didn't really change it. Like, you know, Fortnite's been changing their map left and right. They're like, we're gonna take this part out, take this part out. It's been the same map, but it's been a totally reconstructed.
We'll definitely
you know,
talk about that a little bit more later on.
Yeah,
but
it's just the map, you know, comparison. You know, it's like, but Warzone, you know, all they did was they're like, oh, we're gonna bring you back in time, you know,
and they're like, the stadium went from this to this.
Yeah, and it was a good concept, right? It was nice. It was to keep things, you know, flowing, but like, man, we just been waiting for the destruction of Verdansk. Like, we've been waiting for it.
Yeah,
you know, and
then you want something different, but then you forget about, or you remember all the memories you had and stuff like that. It kind of sucks for it to leave, but it's nice to get new things.
It's a bittersweet thing.
It's a bittersweet emotion.
You have to have that progress forward, and all it's gonna do is bring more people back. Like, it brought me back.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that's all it's gonna do. And people were tired of it, and I'm gonna tell you right now, with this anti-cheat that they're putting in,
is it Ricochet?
Yeah, I'm really excited to see how it works.
I am praying on this anti-cheat. Like, I have been, you know, destroyed by hackers left and right, and it does take the fun out of the game. You know, like when you as a team are doing so good, and then all of a sudden you just have this one guy level 3, just, you know, Damascus car 98, you know, and just obliterates you from half you know, across town. You're just like, I'm done.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, that's why I quit playing the game.
Yeah.
You know,
but hopefully the leak in the anti-cheat itself, apparently it had gotten leaked out. The file got leaked out, and it was already set up to basically, the hackers were able to hack the content and stuff. Hopefully that they were able to reverse that and get it up. And I mean, just having someone in Activision basically leaking information and stuff, it's like, dude, for money, like, you know, everybody wants that money, but it's like, dude, you're taking
people need money,
right? Just give us a free hacker zone for at least like 3 months, 4 months of just nice playing. You know, that's all I care for. You know, just give me that good bliss moment.
You're playing, you're just like running through the field of flowers, and all of a sudden just get sniped out of nowhere. Oh man,
out of nowhere.
Well, speaking of battle royales, we have one of the biggest change-ups right now, which is Chapter 3 of Fortnite. Okay, and I know what you're saying. Fortnite? Well, that's a little kid's game, Ryan. And I say to you, then I guess I'm a kid. Okay?
We're all kids.
Because it's a great game.
We're all kids at heart.
It's a great game. I've been playing the shit out of it, and it feels amazing. These new guns, amazing.
I was just saying. Well, I mean, we've been playing Fortnite since day one. You know, like since season 1. Just chapter 1, season 1, you know.
So even if like, I'm not gonna guarantee I'm gonna play it nonstop, but for the next probably 2 months, it's got my attention.
It does. They've got great. Brand new weapons. They got the sniping in it has came back to me. I enjoy the sniping in it very much.
Good. It feels good.
The snipers are good.
I love that they added a semi-automatic sniper back instead of the bolt actions. Because I'm not that good of a sniper. So I need to be able to shoot 2 bullets out very quickly. Because I know. So that's one of the things that really irritated me a lot about Fortnite was with the bolt action. To reload and rechamber a bullet, you had to get out of your scope.
Yep.
And then do it. Annoying. That makes no sense.
I'm still scoping in, pulling back the chamber, you know?
Yeah.
Come on now.
So
put me in there.
The new snipers feel amazing. The MK7, I think, is the assault rifle.
The assault rifle where you can aim down sights.
Where you aim down sights.
That ADS.
Yes.
That ADS where you actually have that first person, feel of it. Oh, yeah. That feels really good.
Feels really
the
good.
Accuracy on it. I don't even use the AK. No. Or basically whatever else they give you.
I've used it. And
it hits.
That's a 3-hit. You hit someone 3 times and it downs them. But the feel. Yeah, I like that MK7.
That feel of that gun. It's lovely.
You know, another thing they added sliding.
Yeah.
I tell you what, it is like Apex all over again. That first time, Ryan, me, you, and Branson, the first time we dropped into Apex as soon as that came out, and we were running,
I was like, oh wow, this feels like Titanfall.
And we slid, and we were like, oh, this feels so good. That's how it felt in Fortnite. It felt so good being able to slide down that hill and you're just shooting, aiming down sights with that MK7. Oof.
Yes. Yeah, it definitely puts more of the movement factor of being able to get out of the way and change the position of the game. You know,
well,
so if someone is able to build around you, it doesn't make much of a difference if you have better movement and aim.
Oh, yeah.
So it's if you're not a big builder, but you have a lot better at moving and shooting, you don't have to be a good builder.
Right.
So you can actually change the game and be like, it doesn't matter. You can build a fortress around me, but I'll get around it and take you out.
Well, that's I was playing a game last night, and I was playing with my sister, and we were playing, and it was 2v2. Last 2 squads, last 2 duos, us and someone else. And we were in it was like a farmland, like an orchard, and they were building up in the center of it, and there's a bunch of big bushes around it, right? And we were shooting at them, and then I was like, all right, Maddie, you stay here. I'm gonna move to the side. And I ran to the side and slid, and they never saw me slide all the way around them, and I came up from behind them and climbed up onto the top of this building. And as she was distracting them, I threw 2 grenades in there and just laid on them and killed them.
Oh yeah, perfect tactical advantage.
Take that, 12-year-old kids.
Go cry to your mom.
You ruined some 12-year-olds.
Now you made them go cry to their mom.
Mom, I need to buy this skin so I'm better.
This guy's hacking.
Wait, no, that's Warzone. This guy's skin.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
So, but and then like we said, Fortnite got a new map.
Mm-hmm.
I love the storyline of it, tilting up and turning over, and it's the other side of the island. It's pretty cool. So I listened to a video that a guy did and he just relayed the whole storyline of Fortnite, right? Because I've played it since the beginning, but I've never necessarily understood everything. So
the lore of it.
Yeah, so this guy laid everything out, and I was like, this makes a lot of sense. I tell you, this guy, he's pretty good. I was like,
got a lot of information.
These guys at Epic, they can make a pretty good story, I tell you. So it was very interesting to see that, and then to see, what people predicted, so long ago. They're like, oh, I guarantee we're gonna go to the other side of the island. People predicted that we were gonna flip, and it was gonna be the other side of the island. I don't know how people can do that. I can't.
It's crazy what people predict.
Yeah, I just figured we were gonna go into another dimension. You know,
I figured it was
do another dimension again.
Blackout situation. You know.
I hate blackouts. That stuff that took forever.
I know.
That was whenever I was really into it, and like you couldn't play for like a week or whatever.
Yeah.
That was insane.
And they like blacked out all their social media and everything. That was crazy. So
people were thinking that was the end of Fortnite.
Dude.
Yeah,
well,
I don't think it'll ever end.
They thought it was.
So I mean, I'm really excited to get back into that, you know, and like I said, with that slide in, it feels amazing, you know. This battle pass, I feel like this battle pass, it feels like they put a lot of good stuff into it, you know.
Yeah.
Because they've had a couple that I haven't bought because
it's just not what you like, and it's not interesting to you. Yeah.
Right. So with this one, they've added a lot to it. You know, Spider-Man's in it.
Yep, that's the reason why I got it, actually.
You can go to certain spots on the map and buy the web slingers, and you can swing on the top of the trees.
So that's not in the game yet.
No, but it's gonna be in 3. Yeah, it's gonna be in 3 different parts of the map, and you can buy it from the NPCs, and it's the web slinger gloves, and you can swing from the web.
And it looks so good.
That's so cool.
And it's gonna be like, you know, how the grappling hook used to be. You know, you plunge yourself up, but this time you can just swing around.
I hope, for the love of everything, that you can't accidentally down yourself with this like you could with the grappling gun. Because I don't know how many times we would be playing and you would shoot yourself up and you'd like hit something and you just fall to your death.
Yeah. I'm thinking that maybe it'll give that bounce effect, you know, like when you hit the gravity bounce or the jump head or whatever, and it gives you that landing bonus.
That would be nice.
Yeah, I think that's what it's gonna do.
That'd be really nice.
It'd be smart because Spider-Man don't, you know, he don't break his legs when he lands.
So, but then other than that, another thing I noticed from the trailer, which got me really excited, was they're adding Marcus Phoenix from Gears of War.
That it got me excited until I seen the way they made him look.
He looks good. What are you talking about?
I don't know. Like, man,
what are you talking about, Allie? Find that clip in the trailer and put it up here. That's going to be a challenge, but you got it. Find it and put it up here right now.
We believe in you, Allie. We believe in you,
Marcus. Me remember he's like a tank, right? And you know
he looks good.
They did a good job of bringing him in, but they could have made him look a lot meaner.
Do you want him to look beefier? Is that what you want?
I wanted him to be bigger and badder than, you know, they made The Rock look. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like,
the thing.
You know,
Rock, they paid a lot of money to get him in here. And they're like, hey, Microsoft, do you want us to put him in the game? And Microsoft's like, sure, buddy, go ahead.
Sure thing. How much that gonna cost
us? Sure thing, pal. You already got Master
But yeah, that's just my opinion from playing, you know, Gears of War and stuff. You know, you see Marcus and you're just like, you know, I don't. It puts it in the same demeanor as Doom, you know.
Yeah.
And it gives you want that like intimidation, like, oh man, he's got that skin, you know. I don't want to be in the same room with this guy.
Well, and another thing that I think it also gives you doubts is when you play Gears of War, you're very slow. Like me and Branson re-downloaded Gears of War 5. Well, he's never played it. I've played it. We did that the other day, and we played a little bit of it yesterday. And like I was like, I forgot how slow you move. And then when you start running, you're trying to truck through everything. Yeah. So like I think that's another factor is because you automatically know in your head because he's going into Fortnite, he's going to move really fast. So it's not going to feel like Marcus. But I think that he looks amazing in that trailer. And I can't wait for him to come out. So the rumor is, today's the 8th. The rumor is he comes out in the item shop on the 10th. So I'm going to buy him. Like, I'm not going to not buy him. You know?
Yeah.
I missed my chance because I wasn't playing at the time, but I missed my chance to buy Master Chief, and I kicked myself in the head for that because I was
I missed that chance.
I definitely got Naruto though.
Yeah, you did. I missed my chance on that one too.
Did you?
But you were saying too, like you kind of it wasn't as good as you thought it was.
The Naruto one.
Yeah.
Okay, so the Naruto one did let me down a little bit because I don't like the way that the artistic
made him
style that they chose to make him. It just doesn't look that great. He's an animated. It's an animated show. It's an anime. Just make him look like how he looks in the anime, and he'll look great in Fortnite. I don't know why they had to change it up so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I mean, it does.
Put a picture of him up too. I don't know if you want to. It's up to you. But
we believe in you.
But like they could have just tweaked him a little bit and put him in, but they made him like super cartoony.
Yeah.
Yeah, which they
like the Borderlands kind of thing, like that. Yeah.
Super,
well, shoot. Even when they brought out, when you played Borderlands 3, you got the exclusive Borderlands.
If you pre-ordered Borderlands 3, you get
the exclusive, Psycho, suit. That one looks actually pretty good. It doesn't look over animated. It doesn't look anything like that, and it actually
just took him from Borderlands 3 and put him into Fortnite. I don't know why they didn't do that.
They didn't do that. Naruto. They didn't do the extra animations for it.
They really messed up with Naruto. Like, I love it, and I'm still gonna play as him, and I still do because that's my boy. But
you can't let your boy down,
in Hokage form. It's not in Shippuden form. I'm wearing him in Hokage form because I think he just looks better in that form. I wish his cloak was a little bit longer.
I wish while he was in Hokage form, I wish he would have kind of kept his hair long because the short hair look on him kind of looks a little funny. But
if anything, short hair with the headband like it was in the last movie,
and I mean
the last where he had his Hidden Leaf Village headband on with the short hair, he looked really good.
Yeah.
And now as a Hokage, I get it. Hokages don't wear the headband; they wear the hat. But your hair looks ugly. Put the hat on 24/7.
Yeah, just keep the hat on.
Like,
don't take it
Naruto,
off.
But
don't take the hat off.
Just don't take it off. You got a little shade we can put over it too, just right in the front.
All right. Shoot.
So speaking really quickly, okay, because I know Joseph doesn't watch it. I went down a Naruto rabbit hole the other day, listening to a bunch of stuff. And it was a theory about, spoiler alert, Kurama's dead. Okay.
Yep.
So, there was a theory going around that they could bring Kurama back because Naruto himself has some of Kurama's DNA inside of him because of the 3 whiskers, right? Boruto and whatever their daughter's name is, Himawara, have 2 whiskers each. So then they're once removed from Naruto, right? So people are like, oh, they could get the DNA from them, DNA from Naruto, and they could somehow bring him back. Or...
Yeah, but would it be him, though? Or would it be like the Ten Tails with no emotions and just a crazy beast that wants to destroy everything?
But Naruto could use his no Takjutsu, or no whatever it is, his talk no jutsu thing, and he could talk to Kurama and be like, hey, you're my friend, and I'm your friend. And then
are you talking about the fist bump jutsu where he bumps fists with it?
Bro, yes. And then they're like, ah. So anyway,
they're like, hey, brother.
Little anime rant. Back to gaming / Fortnite. Super excited. Fortnite. Feels amazing. Excited for Marcus to be in it. I'll buy him. You know, all we saw was him in a trailer. We don't know exactly.
Maybe there's you level him up and you can get his full armor set.
That'd be cool.
That'd be kind of cool.
Like if you can get them in
and then you get the guns with the chainsaw on them. The camo.
That has to be
customize those.
That has to be a back bling.
No, that's
chainsaw. It's not gonna be a gun in the.
It's gonna be a skin on the gun that you can get.
No.
And then you can change the skin to all your guns that you pick up.
Probably give me a pickaxe or something.
So that was gonna be my question. Do you think that they do the chainsaw gun as a back bling or a harvesting tool?
They're gonna do it as a skin. A weapon skin.
I think a back bling, to be honest with you.
I think a back bling.
I think so.
Weapon skin.
Weapon skin.
They don't do many of those.
On it's gonna be you're gonna set it up and it's gonna be on the AR.
The AR.
Watch, he's gonna be right. He's gonna be right.
He's like, guys, I caught it.
You caught it.
He's like, hey,
I searched it through the universe.
Thank you, Epic Leaker.
Thanks through my contact with Epic.
Right.
You want to say his name? You want to say his name?
Say his name really fast. Say his name.
No, I gotta keep them exclusive.
What's what you're saying?
The foundation. The foundation.
The foundation.
Yeah, the foundation. Yeah.
Oh man. So that's coming out, and then they're adding. In the trailer, they showed another thing that isn't in the game yet, just like the web slingers and Marcus, which is, this like tank that you can throw on the ground, and it starts spewing out that slurp juice ooze thing, and it heals you. So, like, in the trailer, you see this guy running up, holding it, and he throws it onto the ground, and it starts spewing like a fountain 360. And he's standing in it with his friends, and they're shooting someone and getting healed as they're standing in it.
Oh, man, that's going to be a game changer right there.
Because you can...
In-game game changer. You're going to throw that down, not even going to be able to die. Just blast them.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
Like, it's very...
I mean, when they came out... When they came out with the slurp juice in general, man, it was like, you know, you could just hit those tanks and heal yourself, you know, get the full shield and all that. Drink your little slurp.
Like,
and then, you know, get those cans that you throw down and, you know, blast and heal you.
The chunk splash things.
Yep.
Like, that's the thing is if you land on a building that has those barrels, because they're still in the game right now, like, that is your go-to thing. You grab a gun, you turn around and you hit that and get a little bit of free shield.
Yeah.
You know, and that's like,
and that could help you win the battle you're going to get into. It could help you that. That's the key to winning your first fight is having that extra little bit of armor or not at all.
Yeah, you know? It's either armor, but make sure you first get a gun.
Yeah, for sure.
So, I mean, that pickaxe can do some damage, but you know,
their shotguns feel really good in this one. The auto shotty feels really good. The pump shotgun.
Did they ever bring back the double pump?
No.
Or no?
I don't think so. I don't think it'll ever come back. I hope it doesn't come back.
I know there was that poll that you could, you know, go to the billboard and say, what do you want back? And it's like, do you want the turrets back or do you want the double pump? And I was like, man, I want the double pump. That was like the go-to move, you know, just boom, boom.
There was one a TikTok I watched that had the double pump on there, but then they had edited it and it said the old map from like chapter 1, season 1. And like it had a bunch of sad music and I was like, I want the old map back. Let me just play it once. Like all just they had
everything was more simple. Yeah. And everything was more simple. And no one was cranking 90s on you and like going up 9 stories in a matter of 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Well, like, so my thing is, and I've said this for a long time, all they have to do to make a lot of people happy, they have that huge creative area, right? That's a huge part of the map. Like, people make speed runs and all that. Put the old map in there. Like,
I've seen people made, like, miniature ones in the map, too.
But, like, that would make so many people happy if they just had the old map in creative mode where you can just run around and play.
Right.
Like, that would make...
But you know how much time and effort right now, when we're talking about it...
They have that in their servers.
They have the workforce in the mod community. Like it, you know, they will create anything. Like they've created like whole games within a game that like totally like. I mean, I'm gonna get into it. You know, like Skyrim. You know, I played Skyrim for a long time.
Yeah.
You know, I can still get into Skyrim. Load up some mods, right?
And that changes.
And it's a completely brand new game to me.
It changes.
You know, it gives you that fresh feel. Like you can download some mods that put in different enemies. You can put in mods that give you different, you know, equipment. You know, have a different quest, and you can have like full quest lines that people have actually put in dialogue in the NPCs, and it feels like a part of the game. You know, just with the mod community themselves, like it's crazy on how talented they are. You know. Yeah, and they just do it just to, like, you know,
That's what makes one of my favorite games, which is Farming Simulator. Like, that's what makes those games. Yes, the games are great, but it's the mods and that modding community that really change it.
Yeah,
you know,
it really
finesses for free. You get them for free.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, some people charge for them, but don't ever use those guys. There's there's no point.
There's always something better. There's always something better than what they have.
And a lot of time
usually.
When you see people trying to sell mods, they've got them from somewhere else, and they're just trying to make some money. You know what I mean? Like, that's an issue that you find online. But
you want the mods that want to give back to the community.
Yeah,
you know, you don't want the people who would. Yeah, and I mean, I don't have a problem with paying somebody with their hard work, you know, and actually like donating to their cause and stuff. But like, if they're gonna like just take something from what was already created and then just kind of like make a knockoff of it and just you waste your money just buying it, then I don't want to do that.
Yeah, 100%. So, but yeah, modding and like it's so prevalent nowadays, and I think more than anything, it just needs to keep being more regular. Because it doesn't hurt the game at all.
It keeps people interested in the game.
Well, like one of the games that I think really needs to have like a onboarded mod support, like Skyrim or something like that, is Valheim.
Yeah, I agree.
If Valheim had an in-game mod support, I think a lot more people would be back into it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because
for sure.
That's a game people have asked and asked and asked, and they go, well, we might add it down the line.
Yeah.
Down the line, but not right now.
How far?
Is what they say. Right.
But how far down the line?
Right. So.
And I mean, you got to give it to Valheim though, with just having like 3 people build the game itself and how intricate the game was. I love. Ever since you got me onto it, it was a part of my daily routine. Jumping on Valheim. And then we crafted what we could craft, and we built what we could build, and then it was just kind of like down spiraled down.
Yeah.
Just because it was like, what else can we really do?
Right.
And it's like, yeah, we can build new stuff, get creative with it like Minecraft can, but with this is a little bit more intricate in building. But there's only so much that you can really do to keep yourself interested in it, and with mods and stuff, they can implement new stuff.
Right. Well, and that's the biggest thing. It's like, yeah, like I've slowed down playing it too. Like we had a server for it, and I've shut that down.
Yep.
Because we just haven't been playing it. But sometime next year they're coming out with the Mistlands update, so that'll be another big one. So we'll probably open up a server for that.
Yes,
and
most
get back
definitely.
into it, for a good month or so.
Until another game comes out.
Until another one comes out, like
we stopped playing it because
very hard. The end of the year is hard to like set your roots down and play a game because there's so many games coming out.
Yes,
like
yes,
I know damn well. Like I love Farming Simulator. I'm not playing it a ton right now because there's a bunch of stuff coming out. But give me spring when there's nothing coming out, and I'm gonna be playing Farming Simulator every single day. You know what I mean? Like that's just. I'm
just letting you know. Next year, February.
Mm-hmm.
The only game that I'm going to be playing is Elden Ring. That is going to be my top game that I'm going to be playing day in, day out, just because I am a Dark Souls fan from day one. And ever since I played the first one and died tremendously, and the first game, it almost threw me off, okay? Because I had died so many times on one part of the game that I could not get past. I was like, I'm done. I'm never playing this game again. And like, I shut it off, walked away, 2 or 3 days. And I was just like, nah, I'm going to try to get past it. So then I got back in it, got past it, and then progressed even, further, started getting in harder fights. And I was just like, man, this has got a lot of stuff in it. Yeah. And it was a game that like, it challenged you every step. Yeah. And it was just like the simplest things could just, ruin your day. And to most people it'd be like, why would you want to play something that causes you so much pain? But like, it was a lot of rewarding after you beat that
felt good
part.
after.
Yes.
Yeah.
you're like, yeah, I did it. Woo! You know, it gives you that, adrenaline pump after you beat a boss like that.
The smoke disappears, you walk out of the room, you get killed by a random enemy, you're like, no!
Exactly. Yeah, and it happened so many times. Like, enemy would be hiding behind a bush or something, and you're just like, whoa, I beat that one, and then all of a sudden he just comes out and just like, yeah, and gets it. And
well, and that's
it's just repetitive. Like,
I've never been a Dark Souls guy. You know that, Ryan.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
I don't have the patience. It irritates me. I get so angry. I really think Elden Ring is going to be the one that gets me into him, though, because it feels amazing.
It will probably irritate you too, but it does look like
me so much.
It will, but like I said, after the first one, the second one was even better, and I already knew what to expect, so I was immersed into it. So then the story, and the craziest thing is if it doesn't set out a whole storyline game. It's not a storyline game, but it's a storyline secret. Like, you find the story as you progress into the game. So like the words, like the items that you pick up have their own lore to them. So then you collect everything and put everything together, and you're like, wow, like they're Artoras, the Abyss Walker. You learn about his whole life in the game.
Yeah.
And you learn it by his equipment that you pick up, and like all the lore in each equipment that you pick up. And it's awesome.
Well, so that's and that's another thing is I like how you put that. The lore and the story isn't up front like in Skyrim or something like that. And the story and lore for New World is the same way that it is for Dark Souls. It's not up in your face. You find it in pages on the ground. You know, and if you take the time to read that, you get a huge, amazing story that you'll miss if you just skip those pages like I do in New World, because I don't care.
We just pick
them up. I want that 80 XP, and that's it.
That's all we want there.
So, I'm really excited for Elden Ring, though. My hope is, though, that they have more classes, because they did that closed network test, and there's only 5 different classes to choose from. And I really hope they add a couple more. I think they said there's a rumor for
they had stuff in the air that I think that they're gonna make more sets of classes for them. Even if they don't, you decide what you're gonna create. Yeah. Like in a sense, that's how Dark Souls always is.
You can choose a base, but then you can always change it.
Yeah, you can choose the base stats. Like, do you want extra damage or strength? Then pick this class, and then they have a special item and stuff like that. But the classes don't really determine what you're going to be in game. It's you decide whether you want it or not.
Right.
And
So I'm really excited. I think my issue, because I've thought about this for a while, because I'm I always see the deals on Steam to pick up Dark Souls on sale and all that, and I'm do I do it? Do I pick it up? And I always think about it, and I don't do it. But I think
you won't regret it.
I know. I think my issue though is I always try and play that game like I would play any other type of medieval game. So I play with a sword and shield. And I think the key for me though would be to be a spellcaster, which is outside of my comfort zone. But I think that would benefit me better in a Souls type game, because I would be a little further back.
Yeah.
I think that would really benefit me. So I think that's the way I'm going to try it with Elden Ring.
That would probably be good. The only thing that I say is as they progress through the Dark Souls thing, because in Dark Souls 1, when you're a mage, it's OP. You could just cast your spells and boom, dead.
Right.
Dark Souls 2, it kind of threw off on the whole combat style, but it integrated more combat. And in Dark Souls 3, the AI system adapts to your fighting style.
Oh, right.
So in Dark Souls 3, you could be fighting somebody, and they have their own set of ways to fight you. Really? So they'll change up their stance, they'll change up different power moves. Yeah, if you're at a distance, they have their charges at you. They can close the gap between you.
Really?
They can block spells. You know, and some spells don't affect them because on certain enemies they can just block it up and run up on you and you're dead. But they did say the spell casting in Elden Ring is kind of OP right now.
Really?
So
well, no, I saw one of the abilities that you can get because they have abilities now that you can imbue on weapons, right? And one of them is to have like 4 swords floating around you, and whenever you get close to an enemy, they launch at it.
Yeah, it's like homing missiles.
That looks really
pretty cool.
Yeah, it looks.
That would be pretty cool.
Plus, you're just running around this open world, and you just have 4 swords like floating right above you. Like that's really
that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and now they have they also have the summons that you can do. You can find summons or you can purchase summons, and some of them aren't as like strong as others. But like you could summon like an old magician, right? And he walks real slow, but he casts some spells, and it's really not great against like multiple enemies.
Yeah.
But they say the main
more than anything.
Yeah, that's the main thing. It's like it's more of a distraction, so you can put in those big hits.
So the issue with that though is you can only summon them at certain times.
Yes, on certain areas. Yeah.
Which I think honestly, like if you're gonna put summons in there, allow me to do it anywhere. Of course we haven't played it, so we don't know. Maybe that would be too OP, but
it could be.
But like to me, if you're gonna allow me to summon, an old man, or there's like one, and it's like a group of 5 people, and like
it's like it's a whole
and then so like that is a great distraction. So if you're fighting a couple people, summon them up, and then you can back up and you can pick off who you want to pick off.
Exactly. Pick up the bigger ones first, and then,
Are you going to try it, Joseph?
Now you guys talking about it, yes. Probably.
It's
Try something new. Try something new.
Yeah.
Because I'm used to playing GTA 5 and all the sports games and stuff like that. But
it's going to be a very big... It's like I'm letting you know, it's going to be a very different combat change to the way you've played like games and stuff. Like, you got into Valheim, right? Like a little bit.
Yep. And until New World came out.
Yeah, it's kind of like the combat in Valheim in a sense, like where you have your parries, your sword fighting and stuff, your strong attacks and everything like that. But it's more than depth, I guess you could say.
And every enemy hits you like a mosquito.
Yes. So like,
is that not a good comparison?
The weakest enemy, before you're fully like leveled up and you have high defense, armor and stuff like that, the weakest enemy can still destroy you. If you're just sitting there, not doing anything, and he just comes up on you and just beats the crap out of you.
So another thing that I'm really excited about is they have like open world dungeons now, because it's an open world game, which is a first for the series. They have open world dungeons that have little mini bosses in them, and each mini boss drops either unique armor or unique weapons.
Oh, in Elden?
Yeah, in Elden Ring.
Ooh, nice. I mean, in the Dark Souls franchise, it's always been an open world in a sense.
But it's
a set linear path.
Yeah.
So like, it was like you go this way and you just keep traversing this way, and then you'll find your way. But I do love the fact that this one is open world, so you can kind of go wherever you want.
There was a game. I'm trying to think of it. That came out and we played it, and I actually really enjoyed it. I tried a little Mortal Shell. That was a pretty good game, and that's very much like a Dark Souls.
It is. I've tried to get into it. It's strange.
Yeah.
It's a weird, like, I mean, it's a good, like, I guess pick me up from the Dark Souls franchise.
Right.
But to me, I would probably just rather just do another playthrough and play through that until they bring it back out.
Yeah.
Because Mortal Shell is just like it. I don't know. It's just hard to grasp on like what the whole like thing is about in a sense.
Yeah. Oh, I found the game, Lords of the Fallen.
Oh yeah, yeah. I played that first exclusively whenever I got my Xbox One.
Yeah.
That was actually it was pretty good.
It felt really. And so I've played that, and I was actually pretty good at that one.
Mm-hmm.
So and that's a Souls-like game, you know.
Yeah, it is because I mean you do have your parries and you set your stats the way you want it to be,
and you get one shot by enemies.
Yeah, you can get one shot multiple times.
But I think it would be fun. And another thing, Joseph, about Souls games, and especially Elden Ring, is they've made it very accessible for new people, especially when it comes to playing with your friends.
Yes, so this one has come out to be more of a multiplayer style.
So you can be playing and you can set down your summon, and me and Ryan can go into your world and play with you. So
and I don't know how long we can play though. Like, is it like the old Souls games where you could only play in that area, like the boss range and stuff?
Well,
you can summon your friends. So... Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know if it's like if we can log into the same, maybe. And I'm kind of hoping, because with the Souls-like game, it's you would want to play with your friends, and it is a lot funner and not as difficult, I guess you can say. It's still going to be difficult, but I mean, it gives you that motivation to keep pushing on when you have someone there with you to play the game with you.
Yeah.
So the old Souls games, you could summon one of your friends to come in, but you could only play through that area. And then after you got done through that area, you beat the boss and stuff, then you'd vanish and you'd go back to your world. Okay. So hopefully this one you can actually, play the full game with each other.
So it says, it should be noted that co-op does not provide the full experience for the person who has been summoned. So you can't activate Sites of Grace, which is their version of bonfires.
Yeah.
You'll also have a fewer number of restorative potions compared to the host player. Cannot open chests, and death will send you back to your own world. I'm trying to see.
So as long as you don't die, you don't get sent back to your world.
Right.
Knowing us, we die.
The only issue though is as soon as you open up your world to co-op, you can automatically open up your world to invasions. So like an a-hole can, without you knowing, can join your world and kill you, and chase and hunt you down.
Yeah, you have to fight the invader.
Yeah,
and maybe hopefully that invader's not a Souls pro and doesn't just destroy us.
I'm looking to see if it says if there's a time limit or not.
Me thinking that it may be just the death is the time limit.
I think it is.
Because if you stay alive and are able to play through it, then
right. Oh my goodness.
You should be fine.
It's a bright screen. I'm trying to find this really fast. Is it saying how long we can play together? No, it does not. So you can play until you die, maybe, which would be really cool.
That would be really cool.
So that's another thing, though, is like let's say, and another thing is we don't have to always play together. But let's say me or you, Joseph, were in a fight with a boss, and we can't do it. We can throw that down. We can throw that down, and Ryan can come in there and just one shot the boss and be like, "That's how you do it, guys."
That's how you do it.
I feel like that's what's gonna happen.
It is.
I am one with the roly poly. Die by the roly poly. Live by the roly poly.
Oh man,
that's the number one way to survive in Dark Souls is to roll. So
jump and roll.
Just roll. Just roll out of the way.
They've added jumping into this game.
Yes. Well, you had a jump. You did have a jump in Souls, but you had a sprint and then jump, and it was like that was just
wasn't it?
No, it was a jump.
Okay.
But you used the jump to like traverse into like secret areas. So like they would have a spot off in the distance, and sometimes the creator of Dark Souls would set a trap. In a sense, that's just the way his mind worked, right? Because the game is built for you to die.
Right.
All right. And he would set something off into the distance, and you'd be like, "Yeah, I can make that." But the jump is specifically made at a certain distance where like you're sprinting and then you jump, and the distance between that area was like just far enough so that you would fall and die, and it was literally a joke just to kill players, just to be like, there you go. And it was just that's just the way his creation was in his mind was like, yeah, I'm gonna put that there, see how many people die.
Oh, man.
I mean, that's and there'd be messages on the floor that says treasure ahead, that other players would put down. And they'd be like, "Oh okay, I see something blinking over there." Yeah, just to get you to do it. Yeah, and you can see the blood splatters on the ground, and if you click the blood splatter, you can see like the ghost of the person doing it, and you see them run and jump, and they die to their death. And so you can be like, maybe not, maybe not.
Maybe they just didn't time it right. I can do that.
Yeah, and then you try to do it.
They only went 10 steps back. Maybe I should do 11.
Yeah,
11 steps back.
It's that one extra step.
And then you do it about 10 different times, and you just die every time. You're like, yeah, this is a joke.
You're like, I'm gonna move on now. And then you turn around and the guy's like, "Bo," and then
yeah, that's basically how it is.
Gosh.
Welcome to Dark Souls.
Welcome to Dark Souls, and welcome to the end of the podcast. We're gonna end it there.
Yep.
Perfect.
Thank you everyone for watching. Tune in to the next episode. Hopefully Branson will be back for that one. I know he's still not feeling well with COVID.
Yeah.
So he's probably taking a good nappy nap right now.
Yeah. So. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bells and notifications for more content.
This guy, he's on it right now.
Gotta be.
That's why we keep you around. No. Everyone have a great night. Check us all out on our own stuff. I'll have Allie put that down below for us.
Yep.
We all got YouTube channels and Twitches and all that good stuff. We're not
I have
always
Twitches.
On it. You
I
have
have
Twitch.
a Twitch.
I have a YouTube. Ryan has a
I have a Facebook.
Ryan has a Facebook.
And a YouTube.
It's all a big circle. Go like them all. We're not always on there, but you should.
We're
like
starting
them. You should like.
We're
them
gonna
anyway.
get.
You should support us anyway because you're liking this.
Give us a little love.
Here's the issue, real quick, and then we're into this.
Oh Lord.
Okay.
Oh.
Here's the issue. You're already watching these videos, so you're already entertained. Why not just go like everything else? Because you're gonna be entertained there too.
Right.
Yep.
I'm gonna throw it out there. You're watching this one. You're probably gonna like all of our other stuff. So just like this, like Ryan said, and go watch all of our other content too.
Yeah, not forcing you or nothing.
And if you're liking it, message us, comment on them.
Yeah.
Comment on everything.
Yeah.
And
it would be awesome. It'd be awesome to hear from some people. I mean,
drop a comment down below and see what you want us to talk about next time. Just give us some ideas, and we'll talk it over.
It's not hard.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Just do it. Why not? See you guys next time. Have a great one.
See ya.
Later.